Okay, I think we're live streaming. Just going to hit refresh, and I'm going to probably share this on social media just so we've got it active. We're going on Slither, and we're going to get a record score, or a very high score. So just going to test that the stream is working. So test. That didn't go through, that's top of chat. Okay, so live chat, just testing the live chat. So test. Yeah, the live chat works. And I'm going to do a share of the stream. So let's just share it straight onto Twitter. Live Slither record attempt, and we'll just post that out. We're going to go live, we're going to start playing, and yeah, we're just going to see how this goes. So everyone's allowed to comment in the chat. I'm just hitting play, which looks like it's not working. Oh, there we go, server by ping. It's a little bit bitty, and the reason why it's whoa, very bitty here. It's almost like I've killed the processor on this one. I don't think any records are going to be garnished here. This is going to be very tough getting a world record with this kind of, it's too bitty. But let's just see what happens. You can see that the gameplay is very slow. In fact, I want to click on the YouTube video as well so we can see the live cast of it. I close on that. Yeah, there we go. Maybe it will settle down, but I'm not sure. The bandwidth is going to be tested. Oh right, there's only 314 players on here, so it's too low for a competitive game. The usual games, close on that. The usual competitive games are much more. So and the spacebar, is it working? Yeah, the spacebar is working. Let's hit close on that again. Click here twice. Okay, the spacebar is working. I'm going to go and attempt to find a better connection. So let me just crash this snake. I'm not dying. Snake's crashing on purpose. Boom. And we're going to attempt for a better game because there's not enough players in this particular one. So let's just hit play. We'll just try that one, see how many players are in this particular game. Again, it's looking like not many players over here, so that's not a good prognosis. We want to have 500 players in the game, otherwise it gets a little bit too boring. So let me kill out this game after I collect some points. I am the official world record holder for Slither. Right, okay. So we're going to try again. And if I hit a big refresh, actually, wait for the server. We want a low ping server, and that server ping is still too high. So Maybe I will try and open this in a separate window. Let's have a little slither IO. I don't know if opening this separately will be any better. If I kill this one, this is our newer version. It's still selecting by ping. We've now got an 11-second ping, so I guess that's a bit better. And we'll hit play this time and we'll remove that off the leaderboard. Okay, there's 400 players in this game. It's still on a low end, to be fair. But we're playing, we're live. The game's too bitty again. It's almost like the bandwidth can't be handled. Maybe I have to cast at a lower resolution. But I'm going to do some good tactics, which would still work. That was a racing snake. Even with poor resolution, a championship score can be achieved. Just got to be careful about how we do this. We've got to be careful of the very fast snakes in this game because the bandwidth is poor, and you have to respect the bandwidth. There we go, some points collected. No kills yet, or at least, yep, there's 0 kills so far for this particular snake. Again, a reasonably satisfactory outcome would be, say, 50 kills. A good one might be 100. That's beginning to be what I would consider to be a good game. And I'm in the middle of the board now, which is probably the best place to be for scoring, but the worst place to be for potential gaming out, potential actual gaming. And the reason why is there's a clutter of snakes and the bandwidth is even worse than it usually is. There we go, a nice little kill there. Get out of the way. I've got to make sure, the one thing about this is I have to get out of the way very early in this particular game. Why very early? Because it's very slow, so I have to be very preemptive, more preemptive than I usually am. I can't play an aggressive game and score high points in this particular game. You see how I turned back up early. So this is more like strategic moves only. Much less on the skill here, unfortunately, so you can't see the skill level. But we'll just check that, for example, that orange snake there, he was on a roundabout and that was stopped. There's a death down there. I wonder if I can get out of that. If I move to the edges of the board, the bandwidth will be better, but I tend to move only to the end of the board when I've accumulated enough points. But for the purpose of this video, there we go, that's a surround. Again, got to be very careful about this, that we don't kill ourselves, so I have to be very chicken about this game. Usually it's much more aggressive, much faster, but accommodating the needs. We'll see where we get to. Why the name 4/3 pi r cubed? If anyone can put a comment in the little chat, that'll be very good. So far, just a tiny snake. It's only at 3,000. We consider 10x to be that to start being acceptable. So we're nowhere near even where we need to be, which is a 10x. Like every single snake is faster than me in this game, so I'm playing at a real disadvantage. Can only play a pure tactical game, which is fine. That means I'm going to have to go for deaths of other snakes. See how that grey one came in? Very dangerous again, because I have to be able to respond. And there's a death, lack of response. I had a choice of going up or down there. So I'm wondering if I can lower the CPU usage or remove the resolution or something like that to make it a little bit better. Saying that there's excellent condition there, I'm just going to do a retweet, and I'll hit share again. I won't actually do that. I'll hit close and I'll just do retweet. Slither is live ... and we'll have a second attempt at the game in real time. We'll try and stay away from the edges of the board. There we go, we got it, first little star. Those things are worth, we can see it's worth about 50. I never know what they're worth, but they're worth a little bit more. A small snake is, there we go, we've got a kill. Very easy kill because it was probably a bot snake for the kill. And this grey one here, okay. There's definitely going to be deaths over here. There we go. And again, I can't go too fast because unfortunately the play is very bitty. But we've got some deaths here. So the leader on this board is 20,000. That's an easy score to get. Under usual circumstances, but with low bandwidth, it's a bit more of a challenge. Especially with the faster snakes. There we go. You see the yellow one, how he took out the others, but that's that. And bang, we get something there. And bang again on the double cycle. We go back in and we do a turn and a return. We're just hoovering up pieces at the moment because that's all we can get to. We'll just take the easy ones because again, there we go. We know that snakes are going to die. They always do. Get out of the way. We've got to be very cautious in our play. And a nice piece there. We're still only at 3,500 level. We need to get way higher than that. And we see another one goes through there. Aggressive snakes. We're not scared of aggressive snakes at all, although we are concerned that our bandwidth is really making it very, very jittery, so we can't do a power slither. This yellow snake's trying to do the loop and he fails. Again, can't be too aggressive on it, so just go around and take what's there. Take the easy kills. And we are on 6 kills here. Potential risk from the grey snake, but that's fine. I estimate that he will die shortly. No, he survived. Someone else has died. Slither does have a gender. All of the snakes in Slither are actually male snakes. They're all referred to as he. There's no they, them, so Slither is not LGBT friendly. We've got another kill, so we are on 7 kills now. The rate's far too low still, but there we go. We've got 8 kills because of the tiny little snake that killed itself. We see these spiraling snakes quite often. Again, can only take a fraction of what we deserve because the play is so bitty. But there's good slow tactical play here, and I'll do a surround of something sooner or later. Just waiting for the snake to be a bit longer because it'd be very dangerous attempting to surround now. Look at that one coming in there. Do you see that? It's a chaser. More, they're very some wise snakes here. We can see them moving around the edges. They know what they're doing, so they're real people as opposed to bot snakes. Do a little curl in and a curl back. There we go. You see that orange snake? He's definitely on the hunt. I don't know why, because yeah, there's better things to go after. This snake at the moment is not a particularly big one yet. We've got to grow it. It's only at 5,000, so 5 is half of the minimum amount that we would really want to get. And this snake here, it's sort of like went in, oh look, he's just rubbish anyway. So that's kill number 9. I'm not sure if that's the same orange snake. So let's just do this for the sake of it. There we go. Oh, and that is the standard G pattern. That's what the orange snake then, he was waiting for the kill on the inside. That's a standard G pattern, so we'll go along and improve on that. Again, the number of players is very low. We really need to get this higher. So in a low playing game, low number of players game, we'll get ourselves to the center of the universe, the middle of the board. Look at that snake, which looks big, but actually probably isn't, because if I zoom out, it's averagely small, and boom, here we go. This is what happens. I estimate that the blue snake might not last very long doing what it's doing. I'll just hang around the edges. The blue snake didn't manage to get its circling, and it might attempt to go for a second circling. There's all these smaller snakes down below. Our human players are not bots, and they won't lose their positions that easily. Again, our positioning is not good with this, so I'm wondering how I can improve the streaming. Let's do a refresh over here. See if we get anything better. Loading, please wait, press go. Very slow server times there. What if we go out a few, play, see what that looks like? I don't often do this, but forced to. The board looks sparse again. Yeah, 361 players, not very good. So in fact I don't see any snakes there even. Okay, all small snakes. The bandwidth on this is not good, so I might actually stop the stream and Or try, I wonder if I can edit the settings live. Settings. Stream. Streaming, let's have a look. Bitrate. Right. $1,000 apply. Okay. Just reduce the bitrate. I'm wondering if this will be better or not. And we'll take another server by ping. Let's just do a Control R to refresh everything there. And got a 12.7 ping there, play. Hit delete this time. Not sure that this bitrate is helping. Still very PC. The game normally plays much more smoothly, and there's not many players in this particular game. It's possibly just a poor time of day to go for an optimal score then. You can see that these are actual bot snakes, because if they were human snakes, they would be taking. So, boom, boom. We're in the middle of the board, but the board doesn't got many players. We need to be careful not to be taken out by other players, and other players do take us out. So I might have to stop this and just test it out on the streaming. I'm not sure if changing the settings midstream. I wonder what other settings can be done. Stream. Activate stream. Video, audio, output. Okay, I think I'm going to kill this stream and attempt to restart again because the bitrate's too slow and it's just creating gameplay issues, and that's actually affecting the playability. So the strategy's fine, but playability or execution of the strategy will be problematic. So ending stream, and we'll try again.